the Dallas offensive line.
Who's at right tackle?
That'll be Rayfield Wright, the veteran who has replaced Andy Frederick. The receivers, Hill, Pearson, tight end Billy Joe Dupree. The backfield, Staubach, Dorsett, Robert Newhouse. 1st and 10, Dallas at their own 29. First play from scrimmage.
Giants are in the three-man line, all right.
Right across the middle was Drew Pearson, and Roger might have thrown that ball a little too hard.
And you've only got 3 defensive linemen, which will be Mendenhall, Jeter, and Gregory. At 4 linebackers, you can add Lloyd to that list of linebackers, and of course your 4 deep backs.
So it's a 3-4 with Mendenhall in front of Fitzgerald. The handoff is to Newhouse. The flag is down. Newhouse got only a couple. Brian Kelly on the bottom of the pile. It is against Dallas, and they'll take him back. From Texas Stadium in Dallas, Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshier. It'll be 2nd and 20 for the Cowboys. Holding penalty against John Fitzgerald. Set him back.
Giants in a 34 again.
Kelly around the feet of Staubach. They blitz the linebacker. So it'll be 3rd down Dallas and 30 now. Line of scrimmage back at their own 9-yard line. Preston Pearson into the game. Look out for him. Screen pass to Dorsett is well set. Tony D cuts back to the inside and spins. He is near 1st down yardage, but does not get it.
Boy, this isn't a bad call either. You're from behind the defense. Look at Roger set this up and then screen. Drop it off. Good block here on Brian Kelly by Fitzgerald. And, of course, Baltimore saw him go 91 this way.
Well, Roger held that ball a long time, didn't he?
Didn't he? Just waited and pulled the trigger.
Dallas has been anything but sharp, in the words of Tom Landry, for the last 3 games, and that first offensive series didn't look all that good either.
Tell you one thing, though, they're cheerleaders. I think Gil Brandt must draft the cheerleaders, too. They're the best in the league, still far and away.
1st down, Giants, ball at their own 29. There's the offensive line for New York.
Gravel, Van Horn, Clack, who's doing a heck of a job, J.T. Turner, and Michael Ochek.
The receivers, Perkins, Robinson, and the fast-improving Al Dixon. Running backs, Pisarcik, the quarterback, Bobby Hammond, number 33, and Larry Zonka. Semi-rollout. He steps beside Jethro Pugh. Wide open is Zonka.
Well, that's about as good a receiver as you can go to. Nobody thinks you're going to throw to Larry Zonka because nobody thinks that Zonka can get it underway. But if you put a linebacker on him, the big fella can still get into that open area. Pisarcik had a lot of time that time, didn't he, to look around for the second receiver?
Jethro Pugh was the only man who came close to him. 1st down. This is Hammond. Cuts back upfield for 4 or 5. Jethro Pugh made the tackle on that time. Here's the Dallas defense.
That is anything but tremendously physical right now. There's Too Tall Jones, Jethro, who's been there for 14 years, Randy White and Harvey Martin. And those 2 from that flex have to work hard.
The linebackers, Hollywood Henderson on one side, 56. Brunig in the middle, he's playing well, and the veteran D.D. Lewis. The secondary.
A few problems here. Mark Washington is playing at the left corner, but he's playing hurt, and there's the rest of it, including the 2 best safeties maybe together in the game.
That would be Harrison Waters. 2nd 6. Hammond got 4. Draw play Zonka. Near and almost a 1st down. Jethro Pugh again, the tackler. Zonka did not quite get it. Zonka right behind Pisarcik. That's Willie Spencer, and he's got it.
Watch to the left of the screen is Zonka. Again, he's as big as a guard or a tackle. Pulls out to the left and takes Aaron Kyle and buries him. And White just does not hold on.
Cliff Harris, who made the initial contact on Willie Spencer, is the Cowboy down, and that's Willie Spencer who carried the ball and made the initial contact with Cliff Harris. Randy Hughes in his place. It'll be 1st down Giants after all that. And here's Zonka straight ahead again. Leans for 2 or 3. The other running back with him is Bobby Hammond. Harvey Martin, Jethro Pugh, and Ed Jones, all with the rush on Joe Pisarcik. Watch it.
Look like Hollywood Henderson comes from the right part of your screen, too. Let's see if the linebacker comes. I'll tell you one thing. Randy White split 2 blocks up the middle. I think most of the Dallas team had part of that sack.
At least 5. And the Giants shuffle things around. They go out of field goal range with that sack. 0-0 between the Cowboys and the Giants. Pat Summerall with Tom Brookshier. They try to fake kick. Jennings has the football. Finally does kick it on the run. Kicks it into the end zone. They try to snap the ball to the up man, who was Brian Kelly. They fumbled the snap. Jennings ran it down, and finally,
And Doug Dennison, I believe, is hurt, Pat.
Dennison is down. What a
Watch the
bizarre
snap.
play.
Watch the snap now. Go through Brian Kelly, number 55, the up back. Watch the snap. Jennings takes it on the perfect hop, second bounce. Almost has running room. Now looks like he's playing out of Vienna.
Running back Doug Dennison was signed by the Cowboys as an undrafted free agent from Kutztown State and became the first NFL player from that establishment. He suffered a left knee injury here and was placed on the injured reserve list for the remainder of the season, and this was his last game of his 5-year NFL career. Miraculously, the Cowboys didn't make a single roster change due to injury the previous season, 1977, after the regular season started.
Dennison, who has been so durable over the years running the football from scrimmage and has been such a valuable member of the Dallas Cowboys special teams, will go to the sideline. The Dallas Cowboys have another backup rookie from Houston, Alois Blackwell. The outside trap as Butch Johnson came back inside, and Dorsett picks up the Dallas first down to the 37. Stopped by Otis McKinney. On first down, Tony Hill goes out, and Jackie Smith replaces him at tight end for not St. Louis, Dallas.
He looks funny in his suit, doesn't
He
he?
does. I didn't even recognize him. He's tight to the right. The pitch back to Dorsett. Behind a block from Jackie Smith. Brad Van Pelt made the tackle.
Jackie Smith. He used to wear red and white and be fighting half of the Dallas team, and now he blocks down on Jeter. Tackle Rayfield Wright came out on the linebacker, and they picked up some yardage there.
He did a job, didn't he?
Sure did.
Preston Pearson in, along with Dorsett. Protection is good.
See.
Dorsett punched out by Brian Kelly. And maybe shaken a little bit as Dorsett. He had a bad leg going into the game, and now it's worse. Alois Blackwell, number 24, has replaced Dorsett. That means we're down to one at that deep back position because Dennison is already gone. Quick screen outside to Tony Hill. 5 or 6, stopped by Brian Kelly.
Hey, old Rayfield got it underway, didn't he, number 70? It's his first start since the last game of 76. And Pat, at that time, I guess he was considered the best offensive tackle in football, number 70. There he is.
Rayfield Wright, Fort Valley State. 2nd and 3. Staubach to throw again, and does outside. Preston Pearson.
Here's Mendenhall's battle in the middle there as a nose man. That Fitzgerald will give you a lot of pressure. Rafferty helps him too.
Preston Pearson is now the deep back behind Newhouse. Staubach a half fake to him and throws. Do I have to tell you? Number 26 is Preston Pearson. Some of the Dallas players were saying that they felt the fans here were not enthusiastic enough. Newhouse and Preston Pearson shuffle around in the Dallas backfield.
Better look out for Tony Hill here pretty quick.
He's in the
There it
corner.
is.
Touchdown.
All right, let's take a look at it. You've got the new player over there that's playing. That's Otis McKinney, the young man from Colorado. Hill goes in for the post and breaks it back out. Pretty good defensive try.
Tony Hill was drafted in 1977's 3rd round out of Stanford. He only caught 2 passes that year, but when wide receiver Golden Richards was traded to the Bears after week 1 of the 1978 regular season, Hill got his shot and made the most of his opportunity as he played in the 1978 Pro Bowl, a feat that he accomplished the following year too, as well as 1984.
There's our buddy.
Whistling Ray.
That horse is going to throw him one day. 7-0. His second week, 7-yard pickup that time. Zonka tries to get the first down, doesn't get it. Jethro Pugh and D.D. Lewis will be on the bottom of the pile.
Now there was a good example of the Dallas defense being tough and like Gristle. Watch the left part. They run right at Randy White. Look what happens. Jethro Pugh beats his man on the line of scrimmage and gets help from Harvey Martin on the outside, and White held his ground pretty well. Well, look at that group. And they have not been as macho as they usually are. I guess that's a legal word these days, Macho.
Oh, yeah, I hear it frequently. Third down, 2 yards to go as Hammond gets the call. Will not. Yes, he does. Underneath the outstretched arms of Cliff Harris. Al Dixon moves over to the left side. No flag. Pisarcik going for Robinson. He might have him. He does. Aaron Kyle, perfectly thrown pass from Pisarcik into that single coverage.
The left guard, Van Horn, may have jumped early, but as Pat said, no flag. But watch this throw. And I'll tell you, this little booger Robinson is averaging 20 yards a catch. And for a guy that can't run too fast, he is some football player.
What's the blocking on Randy White?
Randy a little high still. You can see Van Horn backed him off and then straightens him up and cuts him down.
Van Horn did such a job in the first meeting between these two teams that Randy White did not make a tackle. 24-9 over New Orleans. Here's Hammond. Near the 20, 3rd and 7. Billy Taylor and Doug Coter are now the setbacks, and that's Coter. He got to about the 19, and again, it's number 79, helped by number 31, Benny Barnes.
Danello will come in now.
Joe Danello into the game for the Giants. He is 9 of 13 field goal attempts. Been successful 9 times this year. He has not hit between the 30 and 39 with 2 misses. This will be from 37. He has improved on that record. Ooh, at this moment. That would have been good from 55. 3rd and 1. Would you throw it? Would you run Newhouse? You run Newhouse for a first down.
Oh, he's tough, isn't he? Did you see him get hit then? The whole body just shook and shuddered, and he still went forward. Van Pelt really stuck him.
The best description of him I've ever heard is one that you gave. His legs are bigger around than he is tall.
And you know, he doesn't fumble. He's a great person to hand off to. He has no fumbles in the entire season so far.
Dorsett and Newhouse both shift. Fake to Dorsett. Wide open is Tony Hill. Ball is loose and recovered by Brian Kelly. Seattle, Slew, and Affirm both will be in the Jockey Club Gold Cup. The winner of that, in all likelihood, will win the honor of being the horse of the year. Pisarcik gets the ride of the year under D.D. Lewis. Pisarcik drops. Count. Randy White.
Pat, let's look at it isolated. Watch Van Horn now. Van Horn tries to fire out and make contact. And Randy this time just runs around Van Horn and Gravel the tackle. He's got that 4.7 speed for a 254-pounder.
3rd and 25. The ball all the way back now at the Giant 37-yard line. Charlie Waters sneaks over into the middle. They run a trap play. And again, number 54 has come to life. Randy White made the tackle.
All right. They try a trap block. He beats Clack, the center's block on him, and just smothers it.
7-3 Dallas. 2:29 left on the scoreboard clock. That's before the half. With 31. Fake draw, Newhouse. Couldn't hang on. He was struggling in the arms of Ray Rhodes.
Roughing the passer, number 55, defense.
You know what we're seeing, though? This is the call's on Brian Kelly, who will come from the top of your screen. But you've hit my quarterback. Now we're going to hit your quarterback. It's almost something that should be in the Fall Classic, as they call it. You can see Kelly hitting him from behind.
Pisarcik got up. So did Staubach. Dorsett struggles inside Giant territory during the halftime of today's NFL game. Staubach gets outside and gets the first down. Roger scrambles to the 31. Terry Jackson made the tackle, but that marvelous athlete is a joy to watch.
At 36. Now watch the almost clipping to the top of your screen. Watch Mendenhall put in a big rush, and Rafferty finally has to turn and sort of hit him from behind the ankles, but must have done it legally. And now Rogers on his way. You're right. He is still a graceful athlete. Look at him pull.
They are faking a blitz. Let's see if it's a fake. Yep. Inside fake handoff. Oh, look at Billy Joe Dupree. It's going to be a Dallas touchdown.
That's Billy Joe Dupree's first catch of the day. And as you said earlier, he is really Mr. Steady. Watch him now. He goes back inside, dives for 2 counts, and comes from left to right of the formation. His 4th touchdown pass of the year. Boy, is he wide open. How can you hide somebody at 6'5", about 230?
Well, you fake a screen first and then fake back the other way, and all of a sudden he appears from out of the artificial turf. Raphael Septien to try to make it 14-3. And he does.
Joel Pisarcik left this game due to dizziness after completing 3 of 6 passes for 76 yards. Jerry Goldstein entered the game and fared far worse, as he only completed 3 of 13 passes for 27 yards, 1 interception, 4 sacks, and a measly 7.5 passer rating.
It'll be 1st and 10. 42 seconds left to play first half as Goldstein drops. Goldstein throws outside Doug Coder. He'll have a first down and heading for the sidelines. The Giant 42, 33 seconds left on the clock before the halftime. Dallas goes to a 3-man charge. Robinson couldn't find the handle. He was open across the middle. 3rd and 8. 23 seconds on the clock. A full house backfield with Robinson now coming out of it in motion. Thurman comes with him, and Coder runs the trap to the Dallas 38. 14-3 Dallas. Look out. Goldstein for Dixon. Batted by Randy Hughes. 3 wide receivers come out, split wide to the right. Robinson, Perkins, and Dixon. They're going to do a little alley-oop. And out of bounds. That'll do it. Back deep goes Hammond behind Zonka. The rest of the Giant lineup remains the same, and it's Hammond running out of a deep back spot. Taken down by D.D. Lewis. He started the season as the regular quarterback, and then Pisarcik came in and did such a job, he took over. Goldstein, the classic passer, much more than Pisarcik. Zonka leans into the middle of the line, stopped by Too Tall Jones. This Dallas defense has not given up a touchdown in the last 9 quarters. Bobby Hammond and Doug Coder on 3rd down. And they give to Hammond, and Hammond is wrapped up in the middle by Larry Cole.
Well, that was a throwing down, which Goldstein decided not to throw on and just go inside with the play. Wouldn't say that's a give-up play, but it's going to be hard to get 7 yards off tackle against Dallas on 3rd down.
Well, the Giants didn't pass very well in this game, and they didn't run very well either. They rushed for 102 yards on 28 carries for a 3.64 yards per carry. Doug Coder ran 4 times for 42 yards, Bobby Hammond ran 12 times for 32 yards, and Larry Zonka ran 4 times for 12 yards.
Newhouse and Dorsett, the Dallas setbacks. Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end, and Tony Hill and Drew Pearson both split wide to the right. First down, Cowboys. Dorsett, the ball carrier, squirms for about 5. Stopped by John Mendenhall. Newhouse comes back into the backfield. Billy Joe Dupree comes in motion. Fake to Newhouse. Out to Drew. Oh, he had a herd in front of him. Terry Jackson sifted right through the blockers and made the tackle. First down, Cowboys at the 45 now. They lead 14-3. First down pass. Dorsett. Open field tackle is made by Beasley Reese. And that's a tough job to get him down in the open field like that. As it's 2nd and 7. Again, they look out of sync a little bit. Staubach gets away from one man, shovels it in the direction of Tony Dorsett. And the incomplete pass is called.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 70, defense. First down.
Jeter, watch him.
We're not trying to point anybody out and shake our finger. It's just that defensive line, anytime he launches himself and can't control it, you understand that. But they've got to use their head going into that pocket or they could really hurt someone.
So it'll be first down Dallas at the Giant 36. Dorsett moves in behind Newhouse, and he'll get the carry. He gets inside the 30. Pickup of about 8. 9 carries, 52 yards.
Watch the little shift, Pat. He starts out to the left behind Newhouse. Watch him go to the right now, and everybody says instinctively, but he does that at such a high rate of speed. I've never seen anybody do it quite like that.
Maybe Gale Sayers, but nobody else. Dorsett will get the carry again. This time he got trouble, but cut back for a couple of yards. Brad Van Pelt again. John McVay looks on. The Packers. Here's the blitz. Looking for Tony Hill. Getting Tony Hill.
Patrick, you want to see a quarterback know he's going to get hit. There's Carson going to hit him, and Brian Kelly, a perfect throw, and Hill has him beat to the corner.
I started to say there'll be those that criticize Ray Rhodes, but when you come with a blitz like that and you get caught in the blitz, that's a tough job, Thomas.
Well, I'll tell you, especially on a fast track like this, artificial surface in this game.
Check your local listings to find out what game you'll see. It is Goldstein throwing for Perkins, and knocked down by Benny Barnes. A spectacular play.
You don't know, your whole life passes before you when you're just playing the ball like this. And the receiver's out there. Good play.
And you get in those situations, it's 17-0. Now the Chargers over Denver. Dan Dornick is the ball carrier, and the tackler is Benny Barnes. Third down, 11. Cowboys blitz. Cliff Harris hits. Intended for Robinson.
Hello, defense. All right, it's a little sneak back pattern from left to right. You'll see Robinson trying to sneak under there. And here's the Baptist laying it on him. Very legal, but boy, that's rough. He's quite a safety man.
Pitch back to Newhouse. And a cut back by Newhouse. Robert for 14 yards.
All right, to the right of the screen, watch 33. Let's see if he takes the safety man and cuts him down.
He cut down Beasley Reese. Newhouse does the rest. Dedicated. The rush is by Jeter. He got Roger by the shirt, and Danny White will come out. Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, where the host Cowboys lead the Giants 21-3. The Giants without a first down in the third quarter. Goldstein still the quarterback and looks for Robinson, overthrows him. Benny Barnes came up, cut off the passing pattern.
Too Tall had him a little by the arm, too.
Goldstein had to throw quickly, and does. Perkins makes the catch very close to a Giant first down. Just outside the 30, Bobby Hammond and Larry Zunka, the running backs. Robinson comes in motion. Hammond. Barnes came up and forced it, took Zonka's block and made the tackle, but nevertheless, Hammond got 5. Dixon goes in motion. Hammond squirts through for the first down. Well, he hits a hole in a hurry, doesn't he?
Pretty good drive. That's 2 first downs in a row.
2nd and 10 make it here. Goldstein drops blitz. Too Tall, Jones first.
Giants quarterbacks were sacked 8 times in this game for 63 yards and losses. The Giants finished this game with only 40 net passing yards.
Awful situation where it's 3rd and 21. Hammond and Coder now the Giant setbacks. Larry Cole into the defense for Dallas. Cole. Al Dixon has it knocked loose by Cliff Harris. He had it, he juggled it, and then he got the hit.
Watch Dixon come from the left part of your screen and open up. He gets one hand on it, and the second time he tries to get control, Harris sticks him right in the bread basket.
First play of the 4th quarter coming up. Roger Staubach has 3 touchdown passes. He's got the protection. Got Tony Hill. Last year, that would have been an incomplete pass.
Isolate is on Drew, who's going to clear out and go under. Being covered, watch this. Boom, right on through, just like it was meant that way.
the Giant 35. It'll be Newhouse. Jukes it back to the outside, and Harry Carson takes him out of bounds. He nevertheless got about 5. Fake Newhouse. The option is Dorsett. He's got enough for a first down. He goes out of bounds at the 23. They saw Denver run that play against them in the Super Bowl, and they put it into their repertoire.
And Roger ought to be able to stick this one in and ride it pretty well, right? He's a great athlete anyway. Fakes the belly to Newhouse, who then blocks the linebacker, and toss it back to Dorsett and get out of the way.
Roger Staubach looked into the corner for a minute, now stays on his feet, gets inside the 20 for a couple, down to the 18. Mendenhall with a hammerlock takes him down. 9 out of 12 on third down conversions for Dallas. They already were the best in the league at that. Staubach with adequate protection, throws across the middle of Tony Hill. Hill got one block, or attempted a block from Drew Pearson, and he struggled inside the 10, enough for a first down. He might be shaking a little bit, though.
Looked like he might have really had the wind knocked out of him that time. Rhodes hit him pretty hard low, and he sort of hit on his back, I believe.
See what it looks like.
Actually, Butch Johnson is running a corner pattern to the right part of your screen. You won't see him. But coming left to right will be number 80. You're going to see him. After he catches it, he's a whirling dervish. Good tackle by Rhodes, and Brian Kelly sort of makes him like an accordion.
The Hill is still down. Dallas medical staff looking at him right now. Dallas will have the ball first and goal at the 8.5. Butch Johnson and Drew Pearson to the other side. It's going to be that outside trap, fake draw, whatever. Dorsett gets inside, down to about the 4.
That little Terry Jackson can really play. Looks like he might be hurt again. That rookie is one of the few people I've seen tackle Tony Dorsett in the open field and make it count.
He's been hurt all week long and hadn't really been able to work much in practice. That's not going to help. 4.5 away from the touchdown, and Roger throws. Jackie Smith almost had it. It'll be about the 11, so a 21-yard field goal, make it 22. Charlie Waters holding. 2 out of 5 is all Septien has been so far, but this one, if everything goes right, snap and hold should be good. And is. Second down, 10 yards to go. Durnick, one of the setbacks. It's intercepted by Charlie Waters to the 35, and now to the 30. And Waters spins around, and Dallas will take it over from there.
Watch after number 12 throws the interception. He gets pretty good protection. Throws the interception, but number 12 went over to the flat to make the tackle. Had Waters gotten away, but he hadn't cut back inside. I'll tell you, the man from Clemson has made himself really a class football player, and he's really worked at it.
Charlie Waters set this possession up with his interception. Staubach fell down, got the ball to Newhouse, and Newhouse got the Dallas first down.
Some handoff. Watch Roger fall down, but he gets the ball to the Rhino. Look at this. Not bad execution for a busted play. Isn't it funny how everybody sort of pulls up and they think it's a mistake?
Dallas leads 24-3. Throws back over to Tony Hill, steps inside the block.
Ooh.
Picked off by Van Pelt.
Roger was picked off by Jack Gregory just before Van Pelt got the interception. The right of your screen. From Chattanooga to Delta State, watch Jack Gregory. Boom.
That's Doug Coder. 10 yards, 11, first down.
Okay, Clack and Van Horn opened a pretty good hole. Right where Randy White lives, I believe. Van Horn turning out, Clack going through on Brunig. And Coder makes the move. It's about the best running play that Giants have had this half.
Durnick and Coder, the running backs, and again Doug gets good yardage. Out close to the 40. With all of those who apparently do gamble. Ooh. Randy White did just that. And down he went.
He runs on the side of his shoes. I don't know how he did that. Van Horn had him cut off in pretty good shape. And Randy the Dandy just cuts around him. Watch to the left. Let's see how it happens. Van Horn steps up, makes contact. Here comes White's loose. That's what they yell. Look out.
They need 18 for first down. They give the reverse to Ernie Pugh. Fumble. It belongs to Dallas. First and 20. 4:27 left to play. Dallas 24, Giants 3. Goldstein drops under pressure. Down he goes. Randy White made him duck under long enough for Harvey Martin to be there. 4:06 left to play in the contest. 24-3. Second down. 26 yards to go for the Giants. Goldstein under a heavy rush. That time will be again. Robinson has it bounce off his knees. Martin the ends Goldstein on third down. Long count. Just barely beat the 30-second clock. And again, he's chased by Randy White. Speak about your runaway rhinos.
Cowboys are loopy. Now watch 54 go up, make contact, and then Bethea strips everything, and here he comes. That you must be able to hear it. You know, there must be a shaking of the ground as he gets behind you.
He comes from everywhere. Jimmy Robinson and Bobby Hammond go back deep. First and 10. Giants, Goldstein, the quarterback. Oh, I beg your pardon. It's Randy Dean, their third quarterback. Too tall, Jones.
And to have this boxcar ride you down on your first play doesn't seem like the best way to make your debut. Run, Dean, run. Look at this. My heavens.
And again, Dean tries, and this time it's Harvey Martin. 1:21 left to play in this game. Sack by Martin. Dean backpedals. Ball bounces off Al Dixon, the tight end.